There are a lot of people on the internet selling these little motors as micro generators, and yeah, maybe. I'm kind of curious to see how well they work, how efficient they are, so I was going to set up a test for that. I just finished a video on the efficiency of these motors, and I thought I'd use the same technique, set up a rig, since I've got everything in place, to test the efficiency of these. Let me run over the thinking behind it, and then we'll set it up and make it happen. This is our test rig. On this side we have the motor that will be driving our generator, and this will be the volts and the amps that's powering this motor, so that will be the total watts that we're putting in to the system. On the other side we'll have volts and amps coming out of this motor that we're using as a generator, and I'm going to assume, because these are exactly the same motor, they came out of the same package, that any losses will be split 50-50. It's a rough assumption, but I think it's relatively reasonable for what we're doing. And that's pretty much it. I guess I should show, these are the connections over here, just off camera, that will be showing up on these 2 meters. And with that, well, let's get started. First we'll do test voltage to voltage, and then we'll do a similar setup current to current. The first thing we should look at is the startup voltage, because that will tell us how much friction there is in the system. So, wow, this is like about 3 point something, 3.1, 3.4, in that range. Okay, and at 3 volts we're getting 0.8 volts over here, so not a terribly good efficient system so far. Let's take it up 3 volts at a time. There's 6 volts. So on this side we're getting 3.6. A little bit noisy, but okay. 6 volt, we get 3.7. Let's go to 9 volts. And we're not measuring current this time around. So 9 volts, we're getting 6.8. I'll put the wattage on here when I edit the video. Last time I tried to do it in my head, didn't do a very good job of it. And at 12 volts, we're getting roughly 10 volts on this side. Okay, so I'll again, when I edit this, I'll put on the watts, and then we can look at the efficiency across there. So our next experiment is to do the same thing, but to look at the current versus current. I've made one small change to our setup over here. I added a 10 ohm resistor in the amperage measurement, because otherwise the voltage showing was so low that basically the answer was 0. So I had to stick some resistance in over here so that the current would not swallow up everything and I get a 0 voltage reading. Kind of surprising. I thought something was wrong with the voltmeter. Okay, so having shown that change, let's get on with our test of amperage. First we'll crank it up to 3 volts over here and see what we get. Okay, it started turning, so we're at 0.1 amps. Over here we got voltage of 0.18. Now it shows negative because we're spinning the motor backwards, of course, so it'll show negative. And for amperage we got 0.012 amps. Okay, let's crank it up to 6. See what we got. At 6 volts over here we have 0.16 amps. Here we have 1.06 volts and 0.061 amps. Go to 9 volts and see what we got. 9 volts, we got 0.22 over here, 1.88 volts, and 0.1 amps over here. So we're looking at basically 0.1 watts. And let's crank it up to 12 volts, and that's where that's the maximum rating on these little motors. So 12 volts, 0.2 amps, almost 3 volts, 2.8, and 0.0 0.18 amps, or almost 0.2 amps. Okay, so let's work the numbers and see how many watts we've got translated from here to here, and that'll tell us how efficient our little motor is as a generator. Let's look at our results quickly. The startup volts, current, and power for those two motors and a motor-generator pair. 3.2 volts on the average to start those up times 0.12 amps gives us 0.384 watts. And that's to overcome primarily the mechanical friction of those two motors. Now in comparison, the RO motors that I did the other day in a video, they took less than half of this to start up, and I mean they were huge motors. Okay, moving on. Assume a 50-50 split of losses so that each motor is losing about 0.192 watts in friction. That's a reasonable assumption. It's rough, but you know, again, we got to have something to work with. The power comparison. So we won't go through all the numbers. We'll look mostly at a watt to watt comparison. If we start where we were at with 3 volts, our input watts was 0.3 watts and our output was 0.00252 watts, which is 0.84%, not even 1%, 0.84% efficient. That's not good. 6 volts in gave us 0.96 watts and our output was 0.65 watts, and the efficiency there is 6.74%. Yeah, it's still not great. I mean, at least it's above 1%, but that's not good. At our 9 volt reading, we had 1.98 watts input to the powering motor, and our output we got from our generator was 0.215 watts, and that's a 10.88% efficiency. So as we're spinning this faster, it's becoming more efficient, but we're about to reach our limits. At 12 volts input, we were using up 3.36 watts to drive our generator, and our output from the generator was 0.513 watts, or an efficiency of 15.27%, which is So the best that we got out of the system, now this is the whole system, this is both the generator and the motor, was 15.27. That means the overall system loss is 84.73%. Yes, I know I'm kind of playing fast and loose with significant digits here. So the efficiency of the motor would be twice of this because, you know, half of it is the motor and half of it's the generator. So that would give us a maximum, very generous efficiency of about 31%. Yeah, that's not great. In comparison, the RO motor was 61%. Okay, some lessons learned. I started with the belief that these motors were not efficient, less than 40%, and yeah. Commercial DC generators have efficiencies of greater than 80%. That's common, 80 and 90%. So our findings show that a maximum of about 31% for this little motor is being used as a generator. It's not very good, and as I said, the RO motors I did earlier were 61%. So yeah, I looked online and I could not find one seller of these small DC generators listing their efficiency, just not even one, and I guess we can see why. We've seen that we can get about 30% efficiency out of one of these little motors if we use it as a generator, and you find these online. They're very cheap, and for something like, you know, a demonstration of lighting up an LED, something like that, yeah, that's fun and it works fine. But if you're going to try to produce electricity for camping or charging a cell phone or, you know, anything like that, yeah, you can just do better. I mean, again, they're fun, but nothing for the real generation of electricity. Okay, well, I hope you found that useful and interesting in your home DIY electronics projects.